Good morning, boys and girls, and it's Tuesday already. I hope you had a lovely St. Bridget's Day yesterday. And also, as you know, yesterday started Children's Mental Health Week. And I said that every day you'd get a little activity to do related to that, which I will send to you shortly. Yesterday you had to pick a song that you liked and just take a 10-minute break with family at home. So I hope you got a chance to do that. Now, boys and girls, I need to ask you to remind me of something. We all know that we've been busy collecting dojo points, whether in school or at home. Now, in school, do you remember we talked about collecting up all our dojo points, and after we reached a certain amount, we got a prize? Now, I need to double check with you. Was that every time we got 30 dojo points? Because if it was, then some of you may be due a second prize because some of you have now gone over 60 dojo points. 30 and 30 makes 60. So that would mean that you would be due another little prize. So can you send me a little message and let me know, was it after every 30 dojo points that we were to get a prize? Now, as I said yesterday, we're going to start every morning by writing our date. So we're into February now, as you know, the second day of February. So let's write our date. So we're on to Tuesday today, and so our date is Tuesday the 2nd, so it's ND there, 2nd to ND, February 2021. So lined paper would probably be best to write your date, but if you don't have lined paper, any paper will be fine, all right? Moving on to our spellings then, and my apologies for the shadows here, boys and girls, but I'll try to keep the words that I am reading out in the light. So as you know, we're practicing the H sound this week, made using a H or a WH. So let's look at our words again. Here, you can repeat them after me. Here. Look over here. Here again. I hear with my ear. He's. And that's short for he is. So they've taken out the I and replaced it with this little thing which is called an apostrophe. Heard. I heard a rumour. Then 100. Hurry. Haven't, which is short for have not. So they've taken out the O there and put an apostrophe in. Haven't. Hurt. Who, whose, hole, there's a hole in my jumper, and whole, I ate the whole pie. So same sound, different meaning, just like at the top, same sound, different meaning. And as you know, we write those words into our Tuesday column. Today we are consolidating our knowledge of compound words, which means we're looking at them again today just to make sure that we understand what compound words are. So compound words, as you know, are made by joining two words together. So the example there given to you is key plus hole equals keyhole. And you're asked to pick words from the box here to make compound words here. So you have the first word within the compound word here, and you have to pick the second part to join onto it. So let's read through the words. We've got paper, writing, cloth, bow, table. Way, bird, worm, hog. That's not a word we hear very often. Hog and cup. And you have to join one of those words onto these words. So for example, well, let's read through these words first and then we'll try to find an example, all right? So we have news, real, dish, rain, and time. And over here we have hand, lady, wood, hedge, and butter. So, news, for example. What could we join on to news to make a compound word? News cup? Nope. News worm? No. Newscloth? No. What could we join on, I wonder? Once you have completed that part of the page, you'll see here that there's a question that asks you to use these compound words in a sentence. But you'll see I've put an X there. So you don't have to do that part. You don't have to make a sentence using each of these words. What I do want you to do, however, is the extension. And in the extension, you write down as many compound words as you can using these words. So every could be everybody. Can you think of any other every words that you could put here? Any. Well, anybody would be one, wouldn't it? What other any words can you find? And under. I can think of a few under words that you could put in there. And that's our compound word activity for today. And oh my goodness, I almost forgot to talk about sounds in focus today. So, I think we got as far as question 3 yesterday. So let's look at question 4. Question 4 asks you to colour the letters that represent H in the words. So let's look at the words here. We start with who, and that's made with the WH together. Hurt, then we have heard, where. Now, where is a tricky one for you because we usually pronounce that where. Where are you? But the correct pronunciation is actually where. Where is it? So the W and the H are working together to make the H sound. Whole then is the same thing, WH. Choose, why. Again, if we were doing the correct pronunciation, which even I don't do, we'd have to say why. But usually we just say why. So the WH there together are working again. So look through the other words as well. How, shirt, third, here, whole, whose, and hi. And colour in either the H or the WH in each word. Now question 5 asks you to turn words into contractions. And there's a lot of information there that might just confuse you. So I'm just going to explain it to you myself. A contraction is when you shorten down a phrase. So you get 2 words and you join them together to make one word. So for example, when we say it is late, we usually shorten it down even in our heads and we'll say it's late. So it and is are joined together to make it's. So there is on the page is it is. So to turn it into it's, we cross out this I here. We have to take a letter away. And instead of that I, we're going to have an apostrophe at the top there. It's late. And so when we write that all together, it would look like this. It's. So it and is join together to make a contraction. And the contraction is it's. Now let's try another one. Here we have where is. Where is. Where is my pencil? Now, often we would shorten that down without even realising it. We would say, where's my pencil? So the where and the is join together to make where's. So again, we take off the I here in this second word. We replace it with an apostrophe, like that. And then we write it all together, where's, like this. And there we have where's. Where's my pencil? So you're being asked to change all these pairs of words into contractions, so joining them together, okay? So for example, it is would become it's. That is would become that's. Then you're going to choose 3 of the words that you have made to fill in these sentences. And they will be words with a h sound. So it won't be it's or that's, but it'll be one of the other 4, all right? Something half of my hamburger for you to eat. Next one, something Granny after her operation. And that one's a question, isn't it? Has a question mark at the end. The last one is a question too. It says something that person hurrying across the road. Then we move on to our maths, and you'll be familiar with this little booklet from other times tables. This week we're looking at our 4 times tables. So as well as doing this, make sure you get on to hit the button and practice those 4 times tables. First in order and then maybe in mixed up order by Wednesday or Thursday. Now, for Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, you're going to be using this book 2 pages a day. Okay, so this is the 2 pages for today. The first one just asks you to write out the 4 times tables. So counting in 4s each time. And just make sure that you don't write 4 times 0 is 4. Because if you make that mistake, all of your answers will be wrong. We know that 4 times 0 is 0. If I give you 4 lots of 0, I haven't given you anything. Moving on to this page now, and we're counting backwards in 4s. Okay, so we're counting, in this first line, we're counting from 40 backwards. So 40, take away 4 is 36, and you're going to have to keep taking 4 away. Now, when you get down to here, sometimes the first number is missing. You might have to work in the other direction. So if you're taking 4 away in this direction, like this, you could work the other way and put 4 back on if you're missing a number. All right? Because you're always going to start with the biggest number here because we're meant to be counting backwards. But you could go in the other direction and add 4 on. All right? And of course, continue on with your reading. And remember, we're trying to take 1 AR quiz a week. If you need any more books, I sent you 2 last week, 1 for each week. But if you need more, send me a little message and I have no problem sending you more books, all right? Also, you can go on to SumDog and keep those math skills fresh, all right? Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.